Do you see the risk profile from angel investors different in, the US, for example, to Europe? I heard a quote the other day, which was European investors are, like you say, don't want to lose their money, whereas US investors are tending towards they want to back the next big thing.
Oh, I think that's true. I think the mindset is very different. Depending on where you are in Europe, but generally Europe and the UK are very risk averse. Culturally, the US is still the brave new world. It's still betting on the next big thing. It is still, I'll take a punt. And if I take enough punts, I'm going to get a winner. So it is a very different mindset. It's on a continuum, it's on a spectrum. And you in the UK, you've got the ultra cautious, and then you've got those who are prepared to take a degree of risk. And then in the US, there's those who are prepared to take a degree of risk to those who will take a lot of risk. And there is some degree of overlap. And I think it depends also on the economic situation. Now, the UK at the present time, there's a contradiction. There's a lot of available capital. There's a lot of wealth in the UK, a lot of wealth that has been generated particularly over the last decade. But there's increasing challenges in securing funding. And that's because potential investors are they're ultra cautious in the UK, because the economic pressures that the UK has been experiencing, and other countries in the world have also been experiencing. But high inflation, rising interest rates creates a cautious approach. A change of government, which there's no clear direction at this point in time. We hear, observations that the world is going to be really bad before it gets better. Well, that doesn't make investors feel as though they want to distribute their wealth to numerous new startup companies next week. So that there's a lot of caution. There's also, in the UK, again, part of this paradox, there are thousands of startups, literally thousands of startups, vying for attention, vying for competition amongst investor communities. And the competition for investor capital is intensified. And so you can see you've got this juxtaposition between available capital, available wealth, a lot of people, a lot of startups and early stage companies who are chasing those investments, trying to find investments, and a cautious investor community. So the consequence is that in the investor community, the sentiment will start to is focusing on profitability and sustainability. And, investing in an idea, investing pre-revenue, unless you can demonstrate a clear path to profitability, then you might find that particularly challenging to raise funds.
Having market traction is something we hear a lot about in terms of the challenges that companies face with raising finance, because no one wants to or the risk